What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So today we're gonna react to 10 powerful earthquakes caught on camera. So let's get right to the video.
Un earthquake. Lo sentí, me afectó.
Earthquake.
Earthquakes are incredibly powerful forces.
And I just want to give my condolences to. Well, you don't really say condolences unless somebody died, right? I don't know, but I just want to put my heart out there, towards Louisiana because I know they had another earthquake. I'm assuming it was an earthquake. I think it was an earthquake. If not an earthquake, another hurricane. If not another hurricane, I don't know. But I know it's high winds out there. I know it's raining. I know it's crazy. Like over 500,000 people have to evacuate. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it's so sad, man. They just been through a lot, bro. They've been through a lot, man. A lot. So send your prayers out to anybody and everybody out there and from there. People who got family there, my heart goes out to you for real, for real.
Of nature. The movement of tectonic plates has the power to cause immense destruction and impact millions of lives. For this episode of
Las
Underground, we've
Vegas.
collected 10 incredible videos of earthquakes occurring in real time.
I wonder if
From the
people like
macro
run
to
up
the
in the store and
micro
take all
level,
that
we
stuff.
have all sorts of
Oh, she
videos
holding
lined
on.
up to convince you
She said, "Come on,
earthquakes
nigga."
are not to be trifled with. Let's get into it. On March 11, 2011, a magnitude 9.1 earthquake struck Japan. In the ensuing moments, a tsunami struck the country and other neighboring nations, leading to one of the most devastating disasters in recent memory. Much of the media coverage following this focused on.
And it was a flood in China about a month ago, 2 months ago. It's so crazy that it wasn't broadcasted. It's so crazy that I didn't see that everywhere. You really have to type it in on Google to look it up. Like it wasn't like the George Floyd situation. It wasn't like the Hurricane Katrina situation. You know what I mean? It wasn't as big as it was supposed to be. But I feel like that's something that needs to be talked about, and it's very sad that it wasn't talked about.
the tsunami effect, but in 2018, this video resurfaced of how the earthquake impacted buildings more inland. As you can see, the building is actually swaying with the tectonic movements.
That is so sad. For an earthquake to happen to you at the top of the building, well, I'll be shitting myself. The building is swaying. Did y'all see it?
Get a better look at just how drastically the top of the building is swaying.
Hell no. How does a building fucking sway? And they laugh. Ain't shit funny.
While it looks scary, the building is actually doing what it's supposed to do. Engineers will design tall buildings that will be exposed to earthquakes or high winds and withstand such conditions. They build it in such a way that allows the buildings to bend and flex so they do not take on too much stress. Otherwise, it's entirely possible the building would have collapsed from the earthquake. On July 1st, 2017, a 7.1 magnitude earthquake hit Mexico City. The video capturing the incident is pretty short, but once you give it a watch, you'll see why.
Exacto, güey.
Oh my god.
An entire building collapsed, completely engulfed by a plume of dust and debris. The building looks fairly old and dilapidated, so it likely wasn't up to code. We're not sure if anyone was inside the building during the earthquake, but it does look deserted. Pretty crazy nevertheless. Soil liquefaction is common when earthquakes strike. It's the process when saturated soil loses a significant amount of its strength and stiffness. It occurs as a response to applied stress, which is precisely what happens when an earthquake shakes an area. As a result, something that ordinarily behaves as a solid acts as a liquid. It can lead to cars and buildings sinking into the ground, and you can see it firsthand from a 2018 earthquake in Indonesia.
I've never like experienced nothing like this. I think the worst thing I experienced was
The
maybe a
soil in the
flood.
area practically
It's
turns into
that.
liquid, which is why it looks like a building is floating in the ocean in the
Yeah.
background. This phenomenon becomes more pronounced later in the video. Towards the end, it almost looks like the camera
Mm.
person is surrounded by a sea of mud.
Fuck recording, but I don't know for my life. It's an ad, ball. It's an ad, ball. Gotta make your money. It takes
12
one to
years
make
of back
one.
pain and morning
I
stiffness.
can't
6 doctors.
believe
4 different.
If you are unsure if an earthquake is taking place, then the easiest thing you can do for confirmation is seeing how your pool
Oh
is moving.
wow.
Even a relatively low magnitude earthquake will cause the water to splash around outside of the pool. When a 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit the Philippines, one pool party definitely got disturbed. At first, everyone is splashing around, having a good time. Then,
Mhm.
they feel the vibrations.
Uy, lumilindol! Uy, lumilindol! Shock! Shock! Oh my God! Oh my God! Guys!
People begin swimming to get out of the pool. A smart move, as the waves may be too strong, even in a
Mhm.
relatively shallow pool, to swim properly. While it's natural for panic to set in, you can still see people helping others. At one point in the video, you can see one man helping younger children get out of the pool. He makes the kids hang on to a flotation device while he lifts them up. Other people grab the youngster and pull them to safety.
Cause you know people only care about themselves. They would have left them kids in there like fuck y'all.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
The next clip is something you don't see very often. Viewers of a Twitch stream got a lot more than they asked for when they witnessed the 2019 Los Angeles earthquake live on stream.
She can sing though.
Oh my lord. That's an earthquake.
The song is interrupted, and just to give you a sense of how big the quake was,
See how like
well,
scared she
we'll let
looked
her
though.
describe it.
That's a big earthquake. I just said on my channel.
Cause she's scared, bro.
We gotta get out of here. Oh my god.
Wow.
The room continues to shake until the stream ends. Thankfully, it was a minor earthquake with minimal damage in the area. Still, we're betting her viewers weren't expecting it. If you ever find yourself driving in the road when an earthquake hits, the best thing you can do is slow down until you can safely pull over to the side and stop. If you're on the freeway, then you want to take the nearest
I feel like
exit
that's
to
probably
get
the
off,
scariest when
making
you in
sure
the
to
car.
avoid downed power lines and overpasses. You never know when an earthquake.
It's another Eddie. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm about to watch like a 2 minute, 3 minute ad, bro. No fucking way. Nobody.
Earthquake will come, and dozens of drivers died.
Nobody.
A strong earthquake occurred without warning. Everything appeared normal at first, but then many cars did the right thing and stopped, but you can see vehicles on the other side continuing to drive as though nothing had happened. The rumbling was even more pronounced within the city. The area was completely devastated, with one building toppling entirely.
That is so scary, bro. Like, imagine you got your kids in the car. It's like, damn, you don't even know what to do. You don't know what's gonna happen. Shit crazy.
On January 24th, 2020, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake hit Turkey. At that time, a local
That's when
channel
we didn't
was
have to
doing
wear
a news
masks.
program.
Now we have to
After one of
fucking
the
wear
guests
masks.
stopped talking, you can see him looking around, apparently aware that the station is swaying, even if it's gentle at first.
Erken ek gıda verme olayı gibi bir durumumuz var. Bu da sanırım depreme.
Y'all see him? He's shaking.
Soon, the earthquake escalates in intensity. Now, all the
I think
anchors
I was
know
like-
something is off, and they all start to sway with the tectonic movements. However, they all seem to take it in stride. They don't run off. Instead, they just sit there and kind of go with the flow.
Cause where you gonna go? What you gonna do?
Şu an depremi yaşıyoruz. Çok felaket sallanıyor.
Sen altına girsek iyi olacak.
In January 2020, a 7.7 magnitude earthquake occurred about 80 miles off the coast of Jamaica. The earthquake was so powerful that it could be felt as far away as Miami. Many areas in Jamaica and the surrounding countries were affected. An
That's
earthquake of
crazy.
this magnitude can surely create a tsunami, which is what happened.
Well, shit, how we gonna feel it?
Luckily,
You can feel it all the way from
minor and
Miami to
caused minimal
Jamaica.
damage. Watch as one local films what an earthquake does to the water supply.
Un earthquake. Lo sentí, me afectó.
Damn, cuz coming in with the ass, dude. Sheesh. Sheesh. Excuse me.
¿Qué clase de earthquake? La casita se sentía como si estaba.
We've seen how buildings are impacted by earthquakes, but haven't really seen individuals in the street yet.
I'm scared to
that
drive
is
like
about
that.
to
You see
change.
how they
This
just so carefree with driving, bro?
in 2018.
Fuck no, boy, I'll be scared as hell. Look at that. Damn.
1 second, everyone is walking and driving like normal. The next, an earthquake hits.
You see my man?
Everyone panics. People run for cover.
He
Someone
crawled.
riding a motorcycle is thrown off the view. Footage from a different area shows people realizing an earthquake is happening and running towards
My
it.
man's right here though.
They
He's
toss
just
the body
struggling.
from the shaking.
The homie
Some
with the
fall
bike.
to the ground.
Keep chilling. Number one.
When you go to church, you expect to go somewhere safe and out of harm's way.
Mhm.
However, when an earthquake strikes, even briefly, it's enough to put the fear of God in you. That's what happened when a
Any
4.5
earthquake, shit.
magnitude earthquake hit Kansas, and one video recording shows how it interrupted the sermon.
I want to invest in God's kingdom. And I'm just so thankful for that. So if you see them, just be thankful.
Fortunately, the earthquake didn't last long, and the entire congregation was in good spirits once the dust settled, even laughing about the incident. From small to humongous
I don't know about
earthquakes,
that. I
feeling
ain't
the
about
earth
to
shake
laugh.
underneath you is scary.
I ain't about to be laughing, nigga. I could've died. But if y'all enjoyed that video, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, man. I truly appreciate it. Catch me in my next video. Peace out.